Hey everyone, ZvT StarCraft here with another StarCraft 2 commentary, and this is going to be one of the games that I'm going to try to start casting more. It's going to be someone we know versus someone we may not know so well. So this is going to be not MLGC, that's nothing. MLG DC 2010, I think it's the round of 32 in the winners bracket. So both of these guys won their previous game, but I'm sure you don't know our Zerg player up here, because I've never heard of him. You may know him, he may be your favorite player, and then I may just piss you off, and you'll just say, oh, I'm never going to watch this guy again. But I hope you do. But this is our Zerg player, Catz, as I ramble. This is our Zerg player, Catz, spawning here in the 3 o'clock position, in the east position on Metalopolis, versus PainUser, our famous player, spawning as Terran in the west position. I don't know about you guys, but every time I'm trying to do east and west, not north and south, I can get north and south, but every time I'm trying to do east and west, I have to draw the compass in my head, making like a backwards plus sign or something. Yeah, I mean, you guys can't see what my hand's doing right now, but I'm doing what I draw in my brain every time. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about why I love StarCraft in this game. Well, obviously it's a great game. I would talk about the game more, but I'll be sure to break away from my train of thought, because I'm so unimportant compared to these guys, obviously, because you guys are here to watch the game, not listen to me. But I thought you'd like to have something nice to listen to while we watch our boring normal play, which is, I bet you the first thing he's going to get is either spawning pool or hatchery. So, there I go, I'm right. So, you guys can understand why I like to talk about me in the beginning of the game. If it annoys you guys, say something in the comments. If it doesn't, whatever, I'll just keep doing it. But we'll keep our eyes on this drone right here. So the reason I love StarCraft is because I get bored really easily, and I get bored of a lot of games. Oh, that drone's gonna die. Oh, poor droney. Looks like we can't follow him anymore. Then we'll watch this SCV build. Just kidding. Alright, so the reason I like StarCraft is because it's such a dynamic game, and it changes so much. It's wow, a lot of stuff coming in for Catz right now. But it's a dynamic game because every time there's a tiny little change in the game, the whole game just gets changed. Even, like, I don't know if you guys remember in the beta. In the beta, every single game I watched was, every game I watched with Zerg, they just went mass roaches, and that was when roaches were, of course, one food. But, when they were one food, you could get a bunch of roaches, and roaches were really good. And then they just changed one number, they just increased the supply of roach up to 2, and then all of a sudden no one built roaches for quite a long time because they were not good enough to warrant their supply cost, and it was just too expensive to have a lot of them in supply, because every time you build a unit it adds to your supply, and it kind of increases the cost because you have to build that overlord with it, or another overlord if you get too many. So that might be a new way to think about the cost of units in their supply. I don't know. You can ask Day Night about it. He might decide to analyze more. But I'm here to comment, not to analyze. But back to why I love StarCraft. It's such a dynamic game, because when something little and tiny changes, there are huge ramifications for the rest of the game. Now when, again, going back to the roach thing, when roach speed went back up, or not roach speed, when the roach range went up to 4 over 3, suddenly roaches couldn't be kited every single direction by Hellions anymore. So now people are building roaches more. It's just amazing how little tiny changes increase how these players and how the game is played. PainUser getting some Hellion harassment here. I guess I missed the factory and the reactor going down, but again, it's not too different than it normally is. Hellion's trying to poke up here, but it looks like he's going to try to micro away. Spinecrawler finishing just in time. Not going to be able to do too much with that. That Overlord is going to survive, though. This one needs to move out of the way. If PainUser can get any units up here, that is going to go down. Anyway, this is a best of 3, as I probably haven't mentioned before, but it is a best of 3, and I actually don't know who wins this game. I'm not going to ruin anything for you. I'm going to try. I don't even know, so I can't tell you who wins this game, because I just don't know. Ugh, sorry, I'm still drinking Monster. Speedling's coming in. It's gonna destroy all these Marines. There's just so many they can't handle it. Chomping away at the Marines. So they all die with 4 Speedlings left. They are so fast with their little wings. They're so funny to watch. They look like they fly a little bit. But anyway, Hellion's gonna toast it. Gonna roast up some of those Zerglings, getting them down the red. But I totally forgot what I was saying before those Zerglings started to go in. Anyway, maybe if I remember, I'll talk about it. Otherwise, whatever, no big deal. So, Catz is just doing some normal stuff, getting his lair right now, about 7:50 in. That's not that late, but again, if you guys watch Day 9, his most recent cast to this date, I think it was 204, maybe, something like that. He was talking about how StarCraft, or he mentioned how StarCraft is not a game about magical numbers. It's not about knowing the exact time that you need to build all your units. I'll get back to that thought. Build your units, gotta remember that thought. These Hellions coming in, gonna do a lot of damage. They don't quite have the blue flame yet. Looks like nope, it's not on the way, sorry. I lied. These Speedlings are able to surround these Hellions, do a lot of damage as this Hellion tries to get away. This Hellion's gonna die too. Those Speedlings just took the brunt of all that damage, and they don't care. They'll just do everything they can to do damage to those Hellions. And that harassment did not look like it was worth it. He did get the scouting. He did see that this 3rd hatchery is going up, but that is not too big of a deal. That is a few less Zerglings that Catz could have, but it's not huge. But I'll wait until after this big battle if there's going to be one. The Zerglings peeking in to see if they can do anything and then backing up. Gonna try to get us around to those Hellions. Not gonna happen though. Catz is gonna back away, and these Hellions are gonna try to follow the Zerglings, roasting up 4 Zerglings right there, taking a lot of damage. 2 more going down, and these Zerglings are just falling to pieces around their brothers. They're watching them burn to death, and they're saying, "No, my brothers, my Zergling brothers," as the hive mind doesn't really care about them. So, back to what I was saying about Day 9's cast. I'm sorry if Day 9 doesn't like me talking about this, but he's a very good analyzer, and it is not my job to analyze, my job to entertain. So, more Zerglings. Just, Zerg players love these Zerglings, as do I. Late concussive shells, getting another Spire. Where is that Spire? There it is. Hiding his tech with the Overlord, something I have yet to learn to do. I never use my Overlords for scouting. I keep them clumped up in a little ball, like right over here. See if I can do anything with them. Lots of Hellions from PainUser this game. I guess he loves going that Hellion harass. He's getting his siege tech. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten the blue flame with this many Hellions. But there are these roaches, and I guess PainUser knows that he cannot kite away. He cannot kite his Hellions away from all these roaches. A lot of the Zerglings going down, but the Hellions are getting surrounded. Another Hellion goes down. He's down to 2 Hellions against 5 roaches, and it's pretty easy to see who's going to win that game. Oh, you don't want to pull away your drones like that, Catz. You have to know better. Oh, if he pulls away his drones, they're in a nice line for the Hellions to kill. That Hellion is going to get away with 1/3 health, maybe 25 health. Oh, it's going to just get away. But he has 9 kills. He is a corporal machine up, and here comes the Mutalisk. Catz does not want to expose the Mutalisk, but he has no choice. He is going to try to end that Hellion's life. Kill that corporal. This SCV going down to build a supply depot. No missile turrets. Oh, never mind. There is a missile turret back here. I keep getting confused because I am not too good at casting, apparently. So you guys really shouldn't watch my videos. But you should, just because I know I need the support, and I need people to feel like I need people to say they love me. They don't need to love me, but they just need to say so. Anyway, magic boxing over that missile turret to try to do a lot of damage, but take out a lot of these SCVs. So just watch this harvester count fall for PainUser right now, as he's trying to get more missile turrets up to defend against this, but he has to pull away all of his SCVs from mining, and that is not a thing that you want to do. Obviously, that is something you do not want to do. Down to 68 over 40 right now. Catz has a huge advantage in harvesters, and a huge advantage